We are a group of people connected as asylum seekers.
But we are individual people with unique experiences.
Who have made unique journeys.
With unique stories to tell.
We all have our dreams that we would like to achieve.
To have a peaceful life.
To go to university and to volunteer.
A bright future for my children.
To change the world.
We have a lot of qualities to offer to our society.
We are facing many challenges, some similar, some unique.
But we continue to strive for a better future.
Zip!
Zip, 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 zip.
Mine.
I had a problem in Sudan. I decided to leave. I thought Libya would be a safe country, but when I got there, I discovered otherwise. I felt I had to leave as quickly as possible because I was in danger. On my journey to Italy, I felt the doors of the world would open to me and I would have a wonderful life. On arrival, however, I discovered I could not stay in Italy. I hoped to make an application for asylum in France. There, I discovered asylum seekers were sleeping rough. I moved from Paris to the jungle camp in Calais, which the French authorities raided, and we were all displaced. I felt there was no hope. In Belgium, I was fingerprinted and served with documents asking me to leave the country. I felt a lot of frustration. From Brussels, I went back to Calais, where I was arrested and taken to court. The French authorities intended me to return to Sudan. However, on hearing my story, the judge told me they had no right to send me back. I was given a week to leave France again. During my time in France and Belgium, I had no money, I was sleeping rough, and I was not eating. There are no words to adequately express my feelings of frustration. On arrival in the UK, I was terrified that I would be returned to Sudan. Then I discovered that the UK is welcoming and safe. When I arrived in Glasgow, I felt welcomed and peaceful. I never had to sleep rough. I have somewhere to stay.
When I arrived in Glasgow, I felt welcome.
I felt relieved, calm, peaceful, and I felt no fear.
I felt cold but happy.
I didn't know I was in Glasgow. I was handcuffed by police. I didn't know what would happen next. ஏன் என்ன இப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க? ஏன் என்னை வித்தியாசமாக பார்க்குறீங்க? அப்படிக்கு நான் உங்களுக்கு என்ன செய்த நான்? எனது நாட்டில் நான் சித்திரவதைக்கு உட்படுத்தப்பட்ட நான். நீங்கள் என்ன இங்கே இப்படி பார்க்குறதால எனக்கு பயமாக இருக்குது. நான் எங்கே போவேன்? யாரிடம் போவேன்? ஏன் இந்த நாட்டுக்கு நான் வந்ததென்று தான் எனக்கு தோணுது. நான் நம்பினேன் நான் இந்த நாட்டில் எல்லோரும் என்னை வரவேற்பாங்கண்டு. ஆனால் அப்படி இல்லை. அடுத்தது நான் எங்கே போவேன்? நான் இங்கே எல்லாரும் என்னை நண்பனை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளணும் தான் என் ஆசை.
When I arrived in Glasgow, my first challenge was to learn how to speak English, because that I've been coming in French country speaking, and then I did try all my best to speak English so that I can be useful to the society. It was very difficult for me because that I couldn't have communication with the people, and sometimes I have to receive help by translator, but for me it was not enough. That's why I was trying to do all my best to learn English so that I can try to communicate in my own. It was very difficult because no one want to spend his time to help me, because I know here most of the people, they are very busy. If you don't communicate, they don't have a time to spend with you. Over time, my English is going better, but I think that I still need to be perfect English to speak it clear, and then I need to go again to the level different of courses so that I can improve more my level of my English. I'm feeling so sad because I've been working very hard to improve my language. And then always I'm trying to offer all my best to the society, but I'm stuck because of the system. I hope changes that to give us opportunity for education, because education is life. Without education, you are nothing. You cannot help the society. Over a decade that I've been living in the country, if really I was not strong, I could be having mental problems, because you're living in limbo for over a decade. You don't know where to go. All the dream is floating to the water. But luckily, I have to go to Freedom Tortures. They are the one they keep on supporting me, making me strong, keep your dream to become true.
I can tell my mindset was very depression. So when I come to the FFT, I have a long process, long year I spend here, home office. So it's very hard to spend. So I don't want to meet anyone. Then I totally am out of control. So my therapist, I can thanks my therapist Norma. She gave me a good support, for me a good confidence. So then after I met a lot of friends in here. Then I changing my mindset. They very kind with me and very warm welcome. All are happily laugh. They ask me, what do you want to drink? You want to drink coffee, drink whatever you want to eat. That's amazing. I'm really happy and appreciate them. If I want any problem in my house or my housing, or then they help me to contact them easily. I can say this. They changed my life.
Life is like a bus journey to me.
We get the bus, then we are born.
We made different stops along the way. We face different hopes and fears.
We are often asked to get off the bus before the bus stop that we want to.
We have to repeat the same journey, sometimes for many years.
The bus stop is a place of waiting in limbo.
Fear makes us to go backward. Hope makes us to move forward.
Despite the challenges we face, we are determined to thrive and fulfill our potential, one step at a time.
We are with you. Do not be afraid.